kweli yapendeza, kweli yavutia.
Tunajivunia Kenya nchi yetu. Tazama porini simba nguruma, kifaru yu pale na ndege wa
nchi yangu nitaitukuza, nitailinda maisha ni nchi yangu
nitangaza
madini ya moto, kweli ni ajabu.
ziwa la moto
Nitailinda maisha ni
Ya, tuendelee tu. Sisi tuko kazi. Kenya nchi yetu iliyopendeza, kweli yavutia, tunajivunia Kenya nchi yetu iliyopendeza, kweli yavutia. wananchi tuna jukumu kujenga Kenya nchi yetu, tujumuike pamoja, tujenge Kenya nchi yetu.
Katiba yetu yasema
pewa madaraka kwa serikali ya Kenya, upendeleo uache na ukabila uache.
Katiba yetu yasema
ukipewa cheo kikubwa kazi yako, usitumie cheo hicho kuwavuruga wenzako.
Katiba yetu yasema
hata ukiwa na elimu, kumbuka we ndugu yangu, elimu kugawanya wananchi.
Katiba yetu yasema
wananchi tuna jukumu kujenga Kenya nchi yetu, tujumuike pamoja, tujenge Kenya nchi yetu.
Katiba yetu yasema
ukipewa madaraka kwa serikali ya Kenya, ukabila uache, upendeleo uache.
Katiba yetu yasema
ukipewa cheo kikubwa pahali pa kazi yako, usitumie cheo hicho kuwavuruga wenzako.
Katiba yetu yasema
hata ukiwa na elimu, kumbuka we ndugu yangu, usitumie elimu kugawana wananchi.
tujiunge pamoja, tujenge Kenya yetu, tuzidi kuenda mbele. Tujenge taifa, harambee, harambee, tujenge nchi yetu. Harambee, harambee, tujiunge pamoja, tujenge Kenya yetu, tuzidi kuenda mbele.
Tusipojenga Kenya, kuna mwingine, ni sisi wenyewe tutakaojuta.
Harambee, harambee, tujenge taifa. Harambee, harambee, tujenge nchi yetu. Harambee pamoja, tujenge Kenya yetu, tuzidi kuenda mbele. Harambee, harambee, tujenge. Harambee, harambee, tujenge taifa. Tujenge taifa. Harambee, harambee, tujenge nchi yetu. Harambee, harambee, tujiunge.
Welcome, and we're going to start with the national anthem, followed by the East African anthem, which is going to be led by the Kenya Police Band. So I'll request that we all be upstanding. permission, Your Excellency, will remain standing, where I'm going to call upon now the gentlemen who are going to lead us in prayer, Mustafa Ibrahim and Reverend Kisotu, who are going to lead us in a prayer before we proceed to the next part of the program. Karibuni.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have bestowed your grace, not the path of those who possess your anger, not the path of those who went astray. O Allah, we thank you for bringing us this far. We thank you for the gift of this day, a day filled with joy and happiness. Indeed, all praise is to you, Allah. O Allah, as we congregate here to witness His Excellency the President commission the 5th cohort of interns under the Public Service Internship Program, and acknowledge the inaugural cohort of the Public Service Emerging Leaders Fellowship Program, make these young men and women find themselves in prayer, and above all, make them understand that they are your servants. Give them wisdom to make decisions for the greater good and not for the personal gain. Bestow courage and wisdom upon them so that they may deal with all sorts of challenges ahead of them and serve humanity better. O Allah, make us a people who are guided by principles and values. In the name of Allah and His beautiful attributes, we hope and pray. Amen.
Basi na tuombe. Father, our Heavenly Father, we are so much grateful this wonderful day. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the gift of the Holy Spirit. This morning, we thank you for this wonderful day that you have made for us to rejoice and praise you. We thank you for our leaders and our President, His Excellency. We thank you for the great things and the wisdom and the grace, and we thank you for the guidance and leadership that you have given him every day as he continues to lead our nation to the next level of prosperity and connect our nation to our destiny. Thank you for every leader here. I commit them to you. And Lord, we thank you for these great young men and women today who have been commissioned. As they go out there, Lord, I pray that you'll use them as agents of change for our nation, to be a blessing, to be what, Lord, you have purposed them to do, to be. I pray for your peace today, and I pray for your grace, and I pray that your grace will continue to abound in our nation. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, we pray and believe. Amen.
Let us take our seats. Your Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the Attorney General, Honorable Justin Muturi, Honorable all members of the National Assembly present, Cabinet Secretaries present, Principal Secretaries present, CEOs and chairs of parastatals, the various cohorts graduating and those being taken in that are present, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, with your permission, the Public Service Commission decided to do things a little bit different this time. They packaged their message in a song. The song has a clear message for the patriotic interns. It underscores the important work that the Public Service Commission is doing in instilling values and principles to the interns as they are released to serve. Watahiniwa wanashauriwa kuhakikisha ufanisi katika ofisi zote za umma. Your Excellency, sir, before you is the Public Service Commission Choir with a song that is laced. Welcome.
Kunalo jambo tunalo sherehekea, kundi jipya la watahiniwa ulioteuliwa. O karibu karibuni. Wazalendo wa nchi ya Kenya, leo kunalo jambo tunalosherehekea. Kundi jipya yoteuliwa, o karibuni. Oye, oye, tujenge Kenya. Uzalendo tudumishe taifa, tujenge Kenya. Uzalendo tudumishe taifa letu la tuhitaji. Tume ya umma ya huduma, oye, oye, tujenge Kenya. Uzalendo watu wenye uhodari kwa taaluma mbalimbali, kueneza huduma bora kwa jamii. Umoja wa kitaifa ni watu bila kuzingatia rangi.
I also wish to recognize the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, and I'll tell you why they are here this morning. But before I tell you that, I'll tell you that the Public Service Commission is 69 events. Today we are presenting the annual report on status of compliance with values, excuse me, the status of compliance and values and principles in Articles 10 and 232 is an annual constitutional principles of public service. This is against a background of a targeted 525 institutions, Your Excellency, of which 477 of hope, a sense of patriotism, and a sense of destiny. After attaining our independence, members of our new constitution thought it wise to insert these two most important articles, Articles 10 and 232. All the 1,450 wards in the Republic, ready to join the public service for a one-year internship program this morning. Good governance and enhanced productivity, but only if we get it right on the Richter scale of Article 10, and a product of the first cohort of this program to come forward and make a few remarks. Deputy Governor, please.
William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the Attorney General, Honorable Justin Muturi, the Cabinet Secretary Public Service, Honorable Aisha Jumwa, a fifth cohort of PSSIP, and all invited guests, good morning. Your Excellency, I'm honored here today and very privileged to be standing here in front of you and the whole nation as a product of the first cohort of the Public Service Internship Program. But rather through the vision that was envisioned by this public service that gave a very young man the opportunity to serve in this nation. Story about how a lonely intern, a young man of the age of 26, was given an opportunity and later appointed as an Assistant County Commissioner Cadet in Murang'a County in 2019. As I graduated my graduate degree in 2015, in the PSSIP program, I did not receive any opportunity to look for a job. And so for 3 years, I tarmacked down the road looking for opportunity. I started in selling maize and popcorn in Thika town. This program took me from that obscurity and gave me an opportunity to train as an Assistant County Commissioner Cadet for a one-year program. This was the opportunity that was multiplied for me. In 2019, in the first cohort, I was appointed and deployed to Murang'a County, and under the tutelage of public servants, such as the then County Commissioner, Murang'a County, Mohammed Bare, and the Deputy County Commissioner that I served under, the DCC, Mawera Mungania. They gave me the opportunity as a young person to be able to be a person of consequence, not only in the sub-county that I was serving, but also the county that I would later go on to vie as an MCA in the upcoming 2021 elections, 2022 elections. I wouldn't get the opportunity to serve as a member of county assembly. But then the governor of Murang'a County, Dr. Irongo Kang'ata, saw a young man who was very vibrant and very articulate in delivering the vision of the young people of this nation, and decided that I would be his deputy governor of Murang'a County. Your Excellency, the young people of this nation do not require to be given handouts, but rather require opportunities and promotion of their self-determination. These young people, since they were in primary schools, they were called the leaders of tomorrow. But today here, I want to say, tomorrow has come for them. The young people in this program are the people in their responsibilities. They are the people who are going to serve this nation, not only to build this nation, but to build the future where our nation is going to be prosperous. I would love to say a quote that has directed me in most of my opportunities. A Roman philosopher, Seneca, once said that what most people call luck is when opportunity meets a prepared mind. I want to urge the young people being commissioned here today. The opportunity to serve your nation and the opportunity to transform your nation is right here. It's right here with you. But most importantly, the opportunity to transform. Drawn to the politics. Do not be drawn to the politics that do not inspire development, the politics that do not inspire in the Republic of Kenya. But Your Excellency, I also want to thank you most sincerely, because your bottom-up revolution agenda has inspired Your Excellency, this program under the Public Service Internship Program is the foundation of the bottom-up development agenda.
Your Excellency, if there ever was a hustler, huyo ndio alikuwa anachoma mahindi Thika, anapika popcorn. Public Service Commission ikachukua yeye, ikanyorosha yeye, become. And for Governor Kang'ata, maybe he might get some competition in 2027. Acha tutaona vile kutaenda. The third event this morning, Your Excellency, is to present again to you the first and about to graduate cohort of 50 Africa. This year-long program, Your Excellency, trains, molds, and mentors a young and emerging generation to be better leaders in the to request the 51 fellows of the first cohort of the program to be upstanding, and their class president, Ms. Lynette.
Gets quite difficult to speak after a politician has spoken. His Excellency today, and I thank God for this opportunity. My name is Lynette Kafaso. I am a Human Resource Management and Development Officer at the Ministry of Development. I am also the president, with a small p, of the inaugural cohort of the Public Service Emerging Leaders Fellowship Program. Every journey has a story, and our story as the Public Service Emerging Leaders inaugural cohort is that of embarking to be leaders who are value-driven, ethical, competent, leaderable, leaders who are willing and able to go beyond the call of duty. A story was told of a young man who was going to school one morning, and on his way to school, he met a sculptor who was just about to begin his day's activities. He had a very huge stone on top ulichuache kweli. And Ango in his wisdom responded, Simba alikuwemo akilini mwangu kabla nimweke kwenye mawe. Your Excellency, I hereby put to you that that is exactly what the government of Kenya and the public service in partnership, we have been carved, carefully carved, into lions, lionesses, and even cubs. I say cubs because we are not yet emerged. Some emerge. But when all is said and done, we are going to live to the true spirit of this program. Wondering, what is it that we do? One lion, Jacob De Kiage, has been able to partner with Safaricom under the Uwezo Wetu Ndoto Zetu adult learners in their section. This ICT lab is able to give these learners an opportunity to research in the course of their study for free. And even it's also open for some of the youth around Nakuru West sub-county. Another lion, Henry Nyamogosa, walked into Kisumu Polytechnic less than 1.5 years ago, found a dying department, a department that had even the learners fail because of the attitude people had towards it. And in the words of his supervisor, Madam Catherine Kamonye, he said, Henry Nyamogosa has given the department a new face, and even all other tutors and students want to identify with the department. Standing before you is another lioness. As a HR practitioner, we are known for so many things. Some of them are not so good. I've been able to turn my department into a happy. This is where we spend most of our time. And a happy officer is a happy mom, a happy husband, a happy spouse. And a happy officer is also going to be able to turn that happiness into results. It's no longer just about the discipline cases. How may I help you? Where are you going? How can I in our department? His Excellency, there are so many success stories that we would like to tell you. If only you would oblige us a session with you, we will be highly. Let me stop at that. This program has been able to teach us that the more lions in the jungle, the better the jungle. And so, as we are being, we carve, as we are being taught, we teach. And I say this because we are honored, and I say honored because when the interns come and the attaches come, they are under us in one way or the other. And so by the time they are leaving the service after 1 year, leaving the service as lions, or watatoka kama panya, wale wadogo. And it's up to us to make that decision of who these interns and that possible. It has been a journey. Your Excellency, that has seen us get exposed, get taught, but we are better people because the journey continues to make the public service a better place, to turn us into leaders who are going to serve the public with golden gloves.
Your Excellency, that's a group that are turning their dreams into reality through this program. That program has been made possible by stakeholders who are present here today, Your Excellency. This is Emerging Public Leaders USA, Emerging Public Leaders Foundation Africa, and APSA Bank. And I would request these stakeholders to be upstanding for you to recognize them. To the fact that inasmuch as we empathize with the challenges facing the economy and our fellow Kenyans, and the austerity measures initiated by your government to mitigate these challenges, it is noteworthy, and sadly so, that the training budget in the entire casualty of the supplementary budget, austerity measures, at an overkill of 100%. Your Excellency, a culture of continuous learning, training, effectiveness and performance, and develops a knowledge-based and skilled public service, central to meeting the challenges of delivering your election pledges to Kenyans. To merit my humble take is that the mandazis and samosas we continuously gobble in government offices can be substituted kidogo tu with some funds for the. Your Excellency, while organizing your government, you did place the performance management function appropriately within the ambit of your office, of its critical importance to an effective and efficient public service. On its part, the Public Service Commission will, and if their leaders don't serve the public with honor and dignity, these young people will not serve with that honor and dignity. There is no godfather. You have no godfather. Your work is your godfather. What you do, be a better Kenyan. So, Your Excellency, I wish to confirm to you, and before I sit, I wish to digress a bit here, Dr. Mary Muyandi, to come and just make very few brief remarks. She is one of my commissioners, and tell us this journey and what she has seen.
Kenya, I want to ride on the protocols already established so that we don't spend a lot of time. Your Excellency, in this hall, you have the tools to make your work easier. The young men and women that have been brought in this program, even those who have left in the past ones, are the best you can ever have in your bottom-up approach. Many of them don't know anybody, like the deputy governor. They just made it by what we call luck. Your Excellency, I've had this honor of mothering the Public Service Internship Program from 2019. This is the 50th cohort. We have, with these ones, we shall have 16,000 of them. Kindly, sir, let's lift this country with these young men. You have it very easy. With all this, Your Excellency, yesterday, in this group, we had young mothers and young fathers who came with their babies and breastfed them out there throughout the day listening to the induction. This is the heart of Kenya, Your Excellency. The heart, the spirit that make this Kenya greater. My other young people, the emerging leaders, these are officers already in the offices. All they need is to be given that little push, and you have the leaders you want for this country. We have mentors and coaches we have trained, Your Excellency. These interns will not just land in no place. They have people who are going to mother them and coach them and make them the leaders that we want. Your Excellency, the 1 billion we got as a commission, all of it to the last cent is young people, all of it. Another 2 billion and I'll have 10,000 young Kenyans sitting in the MDAs. And later, God knows, like the deputy governor, the world, and God in heaven will give them the rest. Thank you for all the support we've gotten from everybody, and for my commissioners. Thank you for studying with me and with the chairman to make this. To bless you. Let's. These are Kenyans, Your Excellency, the entire Kenya is.
Mary, Your Excellency, is the Mother Superior of the two programs. Very passionate. So as I stand here, Your Excellency, to confirm to you today, and also for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation for streaming this event live this morning. For public service, gender and affirmative action, to make her remarks and continue with the rest of the protocol. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Honorable Justin Muturi, fellow Cabinet Secretaries present, and Commissioners of the Public Service Commission, Principal Secretaries present, distinguished our cohorts, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Your Excellency, your presence here today demonstrates your commitment to improve public service as one of the pillars for catalyzing the development of this country. This commitment is in line with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto that, among other things, seeks to build a highly skilled, agile, and responsive public sector workforce with appropriate roles for civil servants and other service providers. To develop strategic foresight mechanism to anticipate and addressing changing workforce requirements. Capacity amidst the retirement wave and design new human capital system consistent with merit system principles, including recruitment, retention, training, and development. Your Excellency, the 2010 Constitution provides for a tool and one that provides equitable services to the citizens. The Constitution has placed the values and principles in Article 10. These values begin at the individual officer level as they step up to the institutional level. It is an active institution to mainstream the values and principles in all processes in public service delivery as law provides. The 2020 of staff overall, with men at 62% and women at 38%. However, we are yet to achieve this at the policy to go to achieve the African Union Agenda 2063 and the Sustainable Development Goal number 5 that aspires 50-50 of gender. The 5% threshold, but we are yet to be there. The ministry will continue exploring more affirmative. The target group in public service internship program and the public service emerging leaders fellowship program represent the very segment of the population. We will continue to explore ways of enhancing the impact of such initiatives going forward. As a way of increasing youth presentation in public service, their population, the Ministry of Public Service will continue working with the Public Service Commission to review policies and practices for diverse. Similarly, we are working closely with the Commission and other actors to enhance efficiency and effectiveness and volunteerism policy and guidelines, the dignity at workplace policy, and the competence framework for public service. Kijana ni mzee anayekuwa, na unapokuwa hauhesabiwi kwa urefu ama kwa umri, wala hauhesabiwi kwa kutupa mawe na kuharibu mali za watu. Utahesabiwa na ni kipi ulichokigusa katika maisha ya mwingine. Your Excellency, with these few remarks and with your permission, allow me to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary to make his remarks. Asante.
Aisha, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency the Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the AG, commissioners, distinguished guests, and most important, the almost 4,000 cohorts present here. Good morning. Your Excellency, I'll be very brief, and I'll not attempt to speak the kind of Kiswahili but Aisha Jumwa is good at. But I'll just say one or two things very briefly, because this is how government is formed. Yesterday, Your Excellency, I had the privilege of accompanying you when you led this country jointly with the Ambassador of the United States and the Deputy Secretary of State for Trade and Investment. And in that session, you made very significant of your determination to make sure that this economy is growing and attractive to Kenyan investors and to international investors. Your Excellency, at that forum, you are able to close many deals, but let me just speak to two. You are able to have the closure Moderna, a huge medical player globally and in the putting a signature 500 billion shillings here in Kenya to set up a medical facility. $500 billion US. At the current exchange rate, maybe it's about 80 billion Kenya shillings. Over and above that, you are also able to unlock some bureaucracies, and you have laid the foundation for Amazon to come and set their regional headquarters here. None of those critical things were given the headline. What was given the headline were people moving around without direction. It must have an efficient, reliable, dedicated, educated, and competent public service. Private sector will not create jobs, will not pay taxes efficiently and so forth unless it's anchored with an efficient public service. And that public service must be nurtured. So as we are here today, and this should be taken very significantly, that the President for business and nothing else. We need to get together. We need to develop our capacities. We need to create jobs. We need to make sure that Kenyans have pesa mufukoni. And we have to start with an efficient public service. The President is here today with us, and I think in a few days' time, he'll also be looking at performance contracting, again dedicated to public service delivery. These are very strong messages, very significant messages that we need to step up and have efficient public service. I also wish to commend the Public Service Commission. This is a noble initiative. You are doing a fantastic job. You've done a fantastic job. Personally, I am persuaded that you deserve more help, but I'm not the one to make that decision. That is the decision for my boss. But I am certainly persuaded that we should continue to consolidate. Your Excellency, I end there, and I would like at this juncture to request
the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Cabinet Secretary is present, the Chairman of the Public Service Commission and your commissioners, and my fellow public servants, good morning. Your Excellency, for those who may not know, my journey to leadership started in the public service. I joined the public service on the 16th of January 1989 as a district officer cadet at a salary of 3,230. Your Excellency, we are here today interns and induct them into the public service. Your Excellency, the occasion today is an important one for your government and your administration. A vibrant
unmotivated public service is good for any administration. A vibrant and motivated public service is good for the economy. It is good for the country. Your Excellency, will largely depend on the output and the commitment of our public service. Because though you have an elaborate to become a gain for the people of Kenya, will be implemented by the public service. It is therefore necessary that we invest time and resources in support your agenda. Your Excellency, we come from a background where, on your ascendancy to the President last year, we found a Koskei, the head of public service, a deliberate program to motivate the public service has been put into place. And I want to assure to having a professional and motivated public service so that we can expedite on service delivery. Your Excellency, I interact with many public officials because I was one of them, and many senior my detail. The chairman of the Public Service Commission here, Ambassador Muchiri, was with me in paramilitary training in 1990. He was a bit lazy with the pistol, but he was good with the rifle. And we used to interact with these people those 10 years. And Your Excellency, the public service, a serious beating in terms of image. The previous administration let loose officers from the DCI to harass public servants. Public servants were very demoralized because they were demonized as bad people. And Your Excellency wishes to take advantage of the new dispensation by working with the commitment, and officials would be a hindrance to ease of doing business through bureaucracy and red tape. We want to ask our public servants to make it easy for Kenyans to do businesses and whatever else they need from your offices so that they can create business and enhance investment in this country. So, Rais wetu, as we commissioned yesterday, we are commissioning a larger group of young people to throw stones and create chaos in the city. And Kenyans must start, and you the media, because you are here, give us equal airtime as we launch, as we inaugurate these young people to something useful and gainful. You give those people the whole day coverage to throw stones. We trust today you will be responsible enough to give this function equal coverage. As young people are being inducted into productivity. For the young people, you have seen the deputy government, the deputy governor. One day, you'll be somebody in this country. It is possible. And you don't have to look from far. It is possible. Please be focused. So, Your Excellency, before I welcome you to address these people, ours is to encourage you to stay focused. You have the mandate of the people of Kenya, our people. We encourage you to stay focused. Let the detractors not sway you. Keep your eyes on the ball, and that way you will succeed. Took the Bible before God and before man in Kasarani, and so to protect the Constitution. Those who are asking him to violate that Constitution are being unfair to him. There is no constitutional provision in our Constitution for a handshake arrangement. Would not even know where the server is stored because it's not his work. This server is being looked for in Mukuru Kayaba, in Koinange Street. The people who are perpetrating post-election violence, where it is, so that they stop. Mtuambie hii server iko wapi, tuambie waende huko, kuliko kuharibu biashara ya watu kila pahali. And these are not demonstrations. This is and these people have brought violence. And these are not demonstrations anymore. It's post-election violence. Your Excellency, you have given guidance to this country. This is a country of the rule of law. Let our officers protect life and property, and let everybody go about his businesses without hindrance, without intimidation, because this is our country. We welcome the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Mr. President.
Hey, kumbe kuna watu wengi hapa. Let us take our seats. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Mr. Deputy President, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Ministers present, Permanent Secretaries or Principal Secretaries, Heads of parastatals, public servants, the good people, our interns this morning. Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. Madam Aisha Jumwa, thank you very much for putting this together. When I see Aisha, she is a great inspiration to many people. And she is a product of internship and mentorship. That is how, you know, the first time I met Aisha Jumwa, she was a counselor in Kilifi County. That today she is Cabinet Secretary is tremendous progress. Congratulations, Madam, and find the inspiration to be the best they can, irrespective of where they stand today. Today you may be an intern in the life and career of many youthful emerging public servants and public service leaders. The state is constituted and sustained through the operations of public service. The country is served through the administrative departments of ours. Government relies on the public service to satisfy citizens' aspirations by implementing policy, projects, and programs according to the mandate conferred: impersonal, scrupulous, impartial, fair, consistent, predictable, and coherent. A sound public service must be the name of the Constitution of Kenya. The government is committed to delivering its pledges to the people of Kenya as set out in our plan for the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Its political neutrality and impartiality for the greater part of our independent history, and especially since the inevitable and undeniable fact calls on us to quickly undertake changes that will enable the public service to adapt and distortions of teething problems and difficult transitions. We are serving the public at a time, ensuring equitable access to opportunity and wealth creation, and also leading our collective adaptation to a ferocious climate. To deliver on the transformational agenda, we must begin by transforming our public service to make it more responsive to the needs of all our citizens. will adequately facilitate the Public Service Commission to put in place a fit-for-purpose public service. We envisage and expect a service that exhibits high levels of productivity, preparation of the public service so that they can deliver on their constitutional mandate. And I like the suggestion that you so that we can provide more money for training and mentorship. I wish the Minister for Finance was here so that I agree with the proposition that this cohort of interns and those have benefited immensely from this program. I listened to you, Chairman, and you said it is the first time the head of state is coming for the public service of something to do. I came here intentionally and deliberately because we have an agenda, especially those who are climbing the ladder from the bottom. The agenda of internship is an agenda I believe in very strongly. There are many things we learn in school, there are many things we learn in college, but there are many more. I am a great believer in internship and mentorship, mentoring others, providing an opportunity for others to learn. I have had the privilege to mentoring others, providing internship for others to learn from us, and that we can pass on the baton to arrange a succession plan. Do not sit in an office, do not occupy a position as though you are going to be there forever. It is important for all of us who have the privilege to serve that one day we will not be able to serve in the positions that we have, and you will be the better, you will be the richer if you can mentor others into those positions, if we can create a mechanism for others to learn from us, so that continuously as a country, as a leadership, we are getting better. We can only become better, we can only get better as a nation if we learn from those who've been, so that we can improve those who will be. The question that keeps coming is when somebody gets to 60, they begin to say, oh, you know, I have no succession plan, I need another 2 years extension so that I can do this and I can do the other. I mean, if you have reached retirement age and you have not done what you should have done, it cannot be an excuse. Move on so that the others can also move up. And it is our policy decision that we respect our elders and those who have served and have reached retirement age with any other responsibility, but to give way to those who are graduating into those positions. I am very confident that I have mentored enough young people, young leaders, who can, if not serve, as maybe serve better than I have done. And I think that that should be the case for any public servant. Management and productivity. The ultimate measure of performance in public service is citizen satisfaction. Accordingly, the government of Kenya will standardize tools for measuring service delivery across the public service, including state corporations and public universities. This will cut across both levels of government at the national and the county level. A review of the performance management framework in public service has revealed a number of constitutional arrangements, inadequate policy, and to some extent, legislative and technical capacity limitations. Addressing these challenges requires a coordinated effort through a whole-of-government approach. Subsequently, the Prime Cabinet Secretary's office will work closely with the public service and the ministry concerned to bring together key agencies in government with a view to revamping, re-institutionalizing, and driving a citizen-centric performance management system. The new strategy will seek to entrench a public service performance culture. It will also seek to promote innovation and, crucially, secure the services of the best minds in our country by rewarding public servants who serve with distinction. We will also revitalize the public service initiatives. Allow me to turn to my favorite part of this audience, the fifth cohort, the public service internship program, and the first cohort of the public service leaders fellowship. These two programs are undeniable success stories and underscore the government's commitment to strengthen and service. And let me put this in context. We figured out this whole program of internship before the elections in 2020, concerned and work with the public service so that we can institutionalize internship as a program of transition, at least in our institutions, whether they are public or private. I want to announce here, I will suggest that we start with 20,000 next intake. And only 3,900 got an opportunity, not to get a job, but to just have a feel of what government, public service, what I think more young people should be afforded an opportunity to be an intern. I will be so that private sector companies, industry can work with us on this internship program, and we are going to provide tax internship opportunity for the many young people graduating from our institution of higher learning. For them, but we can also give them an opportunity to practice what they have learned in class, and for them to feel of what working in these offices looks like. That was our intention, and I intend to make it good this time around, now that I have the opportunity. Figure out how this is going to look like. I have some ideas. If you talk to me on the side, I have some ideas on how I think this should look like. so that we can, of course, take it through the usual process of public participation, so that also Kenyans can bring their ideas on what we need to do for our young people as they graduate from our institutions. Pleased to witness the enthusiasm of our young people working in the public service. I welcome you and ask you to bring your resilience. Please come with your ideas and creativity and innovation, because public service deserves the best. Karibuni sana. You are not just the now, you are also the future. And if you do your best, I am confident that our public service will be in good hands today, tomorrow, going into the future. I must say this: do not join the public service and hold back or shy off from contributing your ideas. There are no right or wrong ideas. We must always be prepared for a good idea to give way to idea. That is where I would like public service to be. I remember, Chairman, when I came into office and we wanted to appoint CASs. The public service brought to my attention that the court had problems with what the CAS, how the CAS has been. And after consultations, I told the chair and the public service, all I need is honest advice. And all we must do responsibility, go about their work, and be honest and serve, as was said here, ably, with dignity. An answer. If it is not possible, please say it is not possible. Do not cut corners. Do not bend rules. As you join the public service, you must do so new to the ecosystem where you will be working from. We expect ideas. We expect excellence. I want to congratulate the 51 fellows in the Emerging Leadership Fellowship Program. I understand you are now at the tail end of your training, which focused that the program has offered you. And I want to reiterate that I am sure you are I want to reiterate what I am sure you are aware of. We have high expectations of you, and we expect you to take up and deliver exceptional results in public service. We expect this because we are confident you now understand the immense value of good leadership and strong. Return to your various departments, share the knowledge you have acquired with your colleagues, and mentor others to be like you or even better. I challenge you to set a new leadership example and standard in government. I urge you to be agents of real change, and above all, to keep the fire of service. As the Commission begins the recruitment of the next cohort of fellows, I reiterate my personal support to this initiative. Public service, full of leaders, and we shall see an incredible difference as a nation. I wish to extend my gratitude to our partners, emerging publicly. I am looking forward beyond APSA, and we must be grateful to APSA. Thank you very much for being our partners. Beyond APSA, Even if you run a business of 20, 30 people, take one intern, take 2 interns. What to do is to make sure that if you become our partners and take an intern into your mentorship and into internship in your organization, we are going to allow you some so that we can do this together and provide opportunities for the thousands of young people who are looking for an opportunity to display their talents and development. I am delighted to commission the graduate interns joining the public service under the internship program. All of you here today were professionally recruited by the public service. I am also informed that representations are from every ward. It can be better. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, as I told you, I have some suggestions. I hope that those who, even if you come from a particular ward, that your internship should not necessarily be in your county. I think it is important for you to go to a different county and see what it looks like, and learn a different language, and look at different culture. And some people who go to primary school, secondary school, college, in the same village. Please, a diverse nation, and the more we integrate, the more we work together, the better we become as a nation, and the greater the appreciation of our diversity. This means that all of you, the 3,900, are special. All of you have something that can help us move the country forward. I am very confident about that. And I hope next time, and since it is within your power, we can make this admission to internship 50-50 when it comes to gender, so that we can. After your internship, you will be interested, hopefully, in a career in the public service. At the individual level, the internship program gives you an opportunity to gain work experience, develop interpersonal skills. I think the Deputy Governor of Murang'a is one such example. It is encouraging to note that over 10% of the interns who have previously been on the program will be 20,000 interns, and I look forward to working not just with all the parastatals, but all public and private. I hope private companies, good people in the private sector will take up this opportunity to work to these young people of Kenya, so that they can become better servants of Kenya, whether they work in the public or the private. Much as we would wish to absorb all of you after the internship, we acknowledge that the government does not have enough openings for all of you. However, the government will continue to implement policies that with working with the American government and the American Chamber of Commerce. I think we have opened up opportunities in our pharmaceutical sector for us to access not just jobs for our young people, but to also access commodities. Has plans to develop a framework for partnership with private sector organizations in this program. That's my recommendation, Mr. Chairman, and public and private, to support this exercise. We will also anchor the program in law to ensure its institutionalized sustainability by amending the Public Service Commission Act, and accordingly, the Attorney General will liaise with the Commission and Parliament to expedite appropriate legislative amendment that the Commission has presented to me this morning. I note that the survey covered 477 public institutions out of 500 from public institutions that do not participate in this evaluation that is anchored in law and in the Constitution. It is worth noting Constitution and values and principles of public service under Article 232 of our Constitution. I want to assure you that the government will have adequate and equal opportunities for appointment of women, men, members of all communities, and persons living with disability. The recommendations to digitize government services. So far, 5,700 government services, 700 government services have been digitized, and we are well on course. Of Kenya, even as we use the digital platform to eliminate corruption, to eliminate pilferage, to eliminate wastage, and to make government services not just robust democracy. We believe in the rule of law, and it is my contention that the Constitution, even as it provided for us to have divergent opinions, and we should. In fact, something would be very wrong with us if it is my position that the Constitution did not envisage that different opinions, the rights of others, and also in a manner that does not destroy property. Or 2021-22 report on status of compliance with values and principles of Article 10 and Article 232 of the Constitution by the public. And we look forward to working with you, and I think all is well. Na wangwana wale interns, congratulations as moving the country forward together. Asanteni sana. God bless.
Hebu tumpongeze Rais mara nyingine kwa makofi. Off to serve, and another cohort being welcome to the program. It is also the official launch of the report on the status of compliance with the values and principle. I just kindly request that you come and press the button so that we now officially have the launch done right here. It's here on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the official launch of the report. And that's the chair. Then we have also got one photo with the commissioners after that. So this is the official presentation of the report to His Excellency, which we can give a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the report on the status of compliance with values and principles, courtesy of the there you go. So we also have the commissioners, kindly if you can just come on stage for one photo opportunity before we wind up with the national anthem. So if we have the commissioners, kindly you can come for one photo opportunity. Then after that we shall finish off with the national anthem. The rest of us shall exit the stage while we leave the stage for His Excellency to have the national anthem played. Kindly if we can take that photo. Thank you very much. We'll request that the rest of us leave the stage, but we leave His Excellency on stage for the play ceremony. So we'll ask anybody that might be seated kindly in respect to the national anthem. Let us all now be upstanding as we now wind up with the national anthem from the Kenya Police Band. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remain standing as we now allow His Excellency to retreat. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Deputy President. May God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.